Hello, 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 hello. We are here celebrating with unique couples their marriage marathon today. This is the second annual marriage marathon that Unique Couples has put on. They are out there and they are building healthier marriages and they are doing events like this to help and inspire and transform marriages, not only where they're at in their location, but they are global and throughout this world. We are here at session three, guys. We are indeed in a marathon. And guess what? The Olympics has nothing on us. We are in a marriage marathon. We want you to hashtag that in chat. Marriage is a marathon. Hashtag marriage is not a sprint. Marriage is a marathon. We are today celebrating extraordinary marriages. And guys, they are telling us how to do it. Powerful couples. We had powerful couples that have just passed that session that we just had. If you were in session, we want to see those hearts. Drop those hearts in chat if you were in the second session just now. Powerful. If you were there in the first session, drop those hearts in. We are now to session number three. We are in this marriage marathon. And guess what, guys? I don't know if y'all are out of breath, but I am out of breath. I really feel like this is a marathon. We are on fire. This is the power. This is the place to be right here with Unique Couples where they are building healthier marriages. And today, extraordinary healthy marriages here as we celebrate their second annual marriage marathon. We are here. We are glad that you're here with us. If you are here for the first time all day, I'm saying, drop in chat number one. If you're here for the first time, if you're here and you missed those two sessions, guess what? You have a chance to go and watch the replay. So don't worry about it. Enjoy what's coming up next here in session number three, where we have another dynamic couple, Nathaniel and Ashley Butler. But we'll have Mr. and Mrs. Unique Couples themselves to come and further introduce them. But before they come, guess what, guys? They're still giving away free things. Who doesn't love free things? Okay. So, and it's easy to win. Now, they're giving away. Earlier, we gave away Amazon gift card. They gave away a free month pass to the Unique Couples Marriage Club. If you're not there, where they're dropping drips of love every day, where they have those spicy date nights, you need go and get there and join the club. Someone would have won a free pass for a month to that club. Listen, as we go on, it's getting better and better. We have a free one-on-one coaching with Unique Couples themselves, Mr. and Mrs. Vito and Linda Patrick. It's not just a one session. This is going to be, listen to me, a 6-week program. Am I eligible? I need to know if I'm eligible. For the person, and all you have to do is engage in this conversation today. The person who engages the most in the conversation is eligible for this prize. How easy are they making these things? Listen to me. Get in chat. Drop those hashtags in. Marriage is a marathon. Marriage is not a sprint. Extraordinary marriages. We are here today with Unique Couples. Hey, Julie. Hi. We are here today with Unique Couples celebrating extraordinary marriages. And today, as they go deeper, extraordinary marriages with finance. Okay? And our dynamic couple is getting ready to let us know how we can experience extraordinary marriage through finance. So where is Mr. and Mrs.? That's them. They're pulling up in. Hey, hey, hey. Mr. and Mrs. Unique Couple.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes. Marriage is a marathon. Awesome,
yes,
awesome. Yes. So
you want to type it in the chat. Marriage is a marathon.
That's right.
Hashtag. We're looking for those winners. So make sure you win this session. That is going to be amazing. So you will get that free one-on-one. What are we giving away again? This session? It's the one-on-one.
Y'all giving away so much.
Yes.
Y'all giving away so much. I hope. Well, child, we love three things. So somebody is gonna win a one-on-one coaching session with you guys. 6 weeks.
Okay.
Did I read right?
Okay, yes, the 6 weeks. Okay, awesome. The 6 weeks. So go ahead and put in your comments, but hey, go and share. Let someone know about what is happening. Yes, don't keep the good news to yourself. Oh, congratulations, Paranet, sorry, I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly, said that August 1st was their anniversary. Congratulations. Woo, that was yesterday. Yes,
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Congratulations.
Hello, Mouchette. Good to see you. Miss you guys. Yes. We need to spice it up. Join the club, Unique Couples Marriage Club. We will see you in there. We have another date night coming up. We are so thankful for our sponsors for sponsoring this today's event. And sound like we rushing, but we really want to get and hear what Nathaniel and Ashley has to say, because this is a treat and we want to savor every moment of this treat, having Nathaniel and Ashley Butler on today. So we want to thank our sponsors for making it happen today. Here to please go ahead and book your appointment with Doris today, 351-1962. You can find her in the Churchill building downtown in Freeport, Bahamas. Get your nails, get your hair done. Okay, you can get your nails done there as well by the Nail Lab Creations by Anna. She is there. You could contact her, 439-0523. Let them know that Unique Couples sent you. Okay, so book your appointment. We're so grateful that they believe in healthy marriages and they're sponsoring today's program. So we're all excited about that. So go ahead and hit them up, okay? And then we're also thankful for Shadra at Style Me Pretty for sponsoring today's event as well. You can go ahead and get your braids done, get your daughter's hairstyle braided, get yours done by Shadra at 533-3546. So we're all excited. And we're giving you the chance to make sure that you tag someone. Yes, we want to see that in the comments. Tag someone, let a friend know, call them up and let them know they have to be here, because guess what? Money is be a problem. I'll say that in Bahamian for you. Yeah, in dialect for you. Money is be a problem. And when we don't have it, it is be a big problem. So we want to make sure I have our dollars and cents taken care of as a couple. And who else? Our personal finance gurus, experts. We are so excited that we did some training with them, and now we are taking up another level, Nathaniel. So we are excited. So we are happy to announce Nathaniel and Ashley Butler as they talk about extraordinary marriage in finance.
Yes, we are excited to have Nathaniel and Ashley here with us today. And like Linda said, they're going to be talking about extraordinary marriage in finances. So Nathaniel and Ashley, they are the co-founders of Juba Solutions. Nathaniel and Ashley has made it their life's mission to educate, inspire, and empower Bahamians and those within the wider Caribbean region to rethink social norms that hinder financial progress. They started Juba Solutions with the intent to retrain people and organizations on how to chart a path to a strong financial legacy. So, Nathaniel and Ashley, we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here with us today on the Unique Couples Marriage Marathon, under the theme Extraordinary Marriage. And as you go into your topic, Extraordinary Marriage and Finance, you can just tell our viewing audience a little more about yourself, and we're going to give you the time that you need to speak to us on finances. Take it over.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us on the second annual marriage event. We are delighted to be here and excited. My husband, I know he's been eager all morning. He's been saying, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. We had a little curveball thrown at us this morning, but we are excited to be here this morning and excited to share with you all on finances in your marriage.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes. Thank you. So we're looking forward to it.
Yes. So let's just jump right into it, man. Let's just jump right into it. Extraordinary marriage in finance. And when I think of it, there are several things that come to mind, but to keep it nice and sweet, nice and short.
That's how I like it.
Yeah, because
Short, sweet, and
I know you with
simple.
me. So you with me today. So we're gonna do it your way. We're gonna do it nice, sweet, and short. But we're talking about finances, and baby, finances in a marriage is, sometimes it could be a disaster for some people. It could be marital bliss for others.
Yes,
Personal
for sure.
finances is just one of those areas where couples, for the most part, don't always see eye to eye.
Yes, and as you mentioned, sometimes, finances could be an area that leads to divorce, and we definitely don't want that. We're in a marathon, and we're going to go all the way through.
And then you gotta remember now, you know who we hanging out with. We hanging out with Vito and Linda. They be
Yes.
unique couples, you know what I mean? So we can show you how to be unique just like them. So we're gonna start this off. I wanna give you 4 simple points. Let's start this off right. And we're gonna start off with the topic direction. See, first and foremost, this is where a lot of people, I would say, miss it. When you talk about finances, people go straight into this is how much I want to save, this is how I want to invest, etc., 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 etc. But what we have learned is that you cannot separate your life from your finances. All of it is one. And in order to make sense of your finances, you need to have direction. How do you go about having direction? Well, there's 2 main underlining principles to bring direction to your household. The first one is your core values. Believe it or not, people underestimate the power of their core values, baby. Because you got to remember now, what's your core values? Your core values will tell you how you behave, how you're going to achieve particular things. The second of the 2 underpinnings is goals. Goals tell you where you're going. See, once you understand how you're going to get there and where you're going, now you have a sense of direction. So for a family, if building a house is a big thing and that's a goal, and you say, well, we're going to save up our money. We believe in family vacations and these different type of things.
And I know we all love to travel.
We know
Yes.
you love to travel, baby. But at the end of the day, we have to prepare for that.
Yes.
We just can't wake up one morning and say we're going to go do that. You understand what I'm saying? And so even though we're trying to build a house, we still have to be mindful that throughout the year, at some point in time, we're going to take that family vacation. We need to prepare for that. If education is a priority for you and your children, we know that we need to prepare ourselves to make sure that we are in position to send our children to the best school. Most marriages are not heading in a direction because there's no conversation to discuss where we're going.
And that's one of the things that's so important. I mean, just to bring it home a bit more and to give a better example as well. Like Nathaniel mentioned, it's important to have that conversation ahead of time. Sometimes even before you get married. I know that's one of the things that we did before we got married. We sat down, we discussed what are our core values. Both of us saw education as a priority. Both of us love to travel. So this is something that we knew that, okay, we have to set aside funds to invest in these areas. We knew that we also had some investments that we wanted to do. It's like, okay, these are our core values as a family. These are the things that we know that we need to save and to have funds allocated towards. So regardless as to what comes, this is the top things that we know that we're going to put funds towards.
Yeah. And then we're going to go into point number 2, outlining what we want to achieve and how we want to achieve it. Only works if you put this number 2 into practice.
And what's that number 2?
Your favorite.
What's my favorite?
Your favorite. It's budgeting and the family meeting.
Yes, budgeting and family meeting. Believe it or not, he is definitely a financial guru, but when it comes down to budgeting and family meeting, sometimes I have to pry him and be like, baby, it's time for that family meeting. I have to
Yes.
put it in his Outlook. But yes, it's definitely important. We do it twice a month, but however you feel like you need to sit down, the frequency that is as a family, you need to sit down as a married couple, budget for the month, and discuss expenditures. We sit down, we use our program that we have. We use one from Dave Ramsey. Beforehand, we were using Excel, where we would say, okay, this is how much we budget for the month, and then this is how much we actually spent based on our utility bills, things that came up last minute throughout the month, maybe medical expenses and stuff like that. So it's important to sit down as a family and actually budget. It sounds a little crazy because I know sometimes as Bahamians, we're thinking in our heads, okay, I already know in my head how much I have to spend a month. But when you actually see it on a consistent basis, it helps you to plan for the long term. You're not just looking at it for the now, but you're looking at long term to see, okay, maybe now I can cut back from, let's say, eating out. I notice now for the last 3 months I've been eating out and I spend an average of $500-$600 a month. Maybe this is an area that I can cut back in. So the budgeting, it also helps too for, like I say, planning for the long term.
And remember now, we got to keep our goals and values in mind because there are certain things that we want to achieve. There's certain ways how we want to achieve it. The only way for us to consistently do it over a period of time and ensure that we hit those targets, we need to have the budget, which is our plan. How are we going to allocate our money? And we need to have the family meetings where we can have the conversation in regards to hitting those targets. I'm telling you, it's important. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, and she mentioned it because our hands are in so many different things. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in life, not everything is gonna go in the direction you want all the time.
Yes.
And at times there might be setbacks. And for me, I'm a type of person whereas when everything is firing on all cylinders, let's have the family meeting. But when there is a investment or a business or a emergency that comes up, I'm always like, oh man, we're gonna be falling behind the schedule. And this is why it is extremely important. I can't emphasize it enough. You need to have the budget. You need to have the family meetings. And I would say the family meetings and the budget is the core to a lot of this. It keeps everything together. Because going on to point number 3, and this is where I got to be very careful with this, babes. I got to be very careful with this. I've realized being a financial planner, and first and foremost, a lot of people don't know you're actually in financial services as well. But being a financial planner, you get to meet so many different persons from so many different walks of life. And the one thing is just constant, man. It's just constant in almost everyone's life. Everyone has that family member, friend, neighbor who will give them unsolicited advice, and they broke.
Third voices.
You gotta be careful of that, man. And at the end of the day, I am saying, let us not fall victim to the third voices in our life who are broke and not living by example. But let's assemble our own team. You know what I mean? The other day, we really started to press in regards to real estate ventures.
Yeah.
So what we did, we got together, we compiled our real estate team of advisors to help guide us. We have our attorney, we got some real estate agents. How many properties we went to and visited for our venture?
Yeah.
Several.
And two, some persons might think, okay, this sounds like this is going to cost me a whole lot of money to get this team assembled. But really and truly, it might not cost you nothing at all. Just look at the persons who you already have in your network. It might be somebody that you might go to church with, or somebody that you might know from an organization, Rotary or Kiwanis, or from a sporting club that you might be able to lean on just to ask for advice and be like, okay, can you give me a little bit more insight on this particular area? So don't think about it as like, oh, this sounds like this is going to be a lot to have an attorney and an accountant or someone in real estate as part of my team. Just look around you and these resources may be already available to you.
The number one thing people have to realize is what you're looking for is amongst you. The key thing is we have to make sure that that person is bearing fruit.
That's true too.
They have to bear fruit in that area. So people will come to me all the time and they would ask me about cryptocurrency. You know, I don't mess with that cryptocurrency.
I wouldn't even try.
I don't mess with cryptocurrency, but I point them in the direction to persons who deal with cryptocurrency. You understand what I'm saying? Or in the case of persons who want to invest into securities, I point them in the direction to persons who sit down and that's all they do. They deal with securities. And so I am saying to you, assemble your team. Remember now, your direction is going to be formed from your core values and your goals. You're going to be able to hit that target because what's going to hold you accountable is going to be the budgeting and the family meetings. And then you're going to have the team of professionals around you who's going to help you craft the strategy. You understand what I'm saying? And then it brings us to point number 4. Point number 4 is a very big one.
Oh, yes, it is.
You know, it's the one that sometimes we struggle with. You know what I mean? So point number 4 is this: delayed gratification.
I know, ladies, this might be something that we all struggle with sometimes. You know, you might want to go to the salon to get your hair done or get your nails done or buy that new outfit just to feel nice. I know that happens to us all the time, but sometimes we have to be like, okay, maybe I don't need to go this month to get my nails done. Maybe I could just, polish myself this month. These are the things that you might have to do in order to be able to get that goal that you had set earlier on throughout the year.
No, I agree with you with that. And one of the things, you do that pretty well. I know it's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy. But sometimes when you think of the goal in mind, let's be honest. When you think of the goal in mind, when you think of where you want to go, what it is you want to do, and you keep hearing me say what it is you want to do, where you want to go, because it differs from couple to couple. You know what I mean? I was a traveler prior to even before we got into a relationship, and you stay traveling. And so when we came together, traveling was a big thing for us. Now it might not be a big thing for another couple. You understand what I'm saying? Another couple might just want to be living the muck life, the baller life, where they just want a house on a family island and that's all they want to do. Well, that's for them. But you have to put yourself in that position. The only way for you to put yourself in that position is delayed gratification. Remember now, we're dealing with limited resources. All right. And in our limited resources, it's going to take time to accumulate. Yes. It's going to take time to achieve. It's going to take time to accelerate. It's going to take time to acquire all those things that you would have set out. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Remember that.
Why are we trying in the first year of marriage to do what marriages who have lasted 20, 25 years? Why are you trying to do all of that in 1 year? It makes no sense. Let me tell you how to embrace delayed gratification. Enjoy the journey.
Yes.
You just got to enjoy the journey, man. Take it one step at a time. And this is the key. Don't be anxious for anything. Don't be anxious for anything. Take your time, and I'm telling you, you will get there. You will get there. You may not get there how you think you're going to get there, but you will definitely get there. Now, another thing, I'm going to give you a bonus point. We would veto and you drop 4. Come on.
Okay.
We got to, come on. We need to proceed.
All right.
All right. So, point number 5 for me would be emergencies. You gotta have the emergency fund.
Critical point.
Oh man, you don't want to. Let me tell you something. For all couples who, this question always comes up, and believe it or not, it's still shocking. We've been talking about personal finances for quite some time. We formed Drew Solution, try to help as many persons out as much as possible. And I'm still shocked to this day how many persons do not know what their spouse makes.
Oh, yeah. We just had this conversation actually just yesterday about that. But going back to what you had mentioned earlier, the 5th point, emergency fund.
But hold on, before I get that, people don't know what their spouse makes. And then to add to that, you have the challenge of now joint accounts. This whole conversation of, no, I don't want a joint account. Your bill is your bill. My bill is my bill. Or the other day I posted something that was very interesting. I said, hey, actually, do do you have everything you need to pay for the particular item that you were paying for? And you said yes. And then I said, oh, by the way, do you also need my
Debit card.
my debit card? And you said to me,
No, I know those details out of my head.
and the response was crazy. Like so many people responded, and they're saying, yeah, Cheryl, and yeah, she's right. His money is her money, and our money is his. But
unknowing to them, I mean, he knows my card information as well. I mean, he might not know the numbers out of his head, but he has access to it. And same thing for me. So we have an open relationship whereby he's able to see all of my banking information and vice versa. So we don't hide that information from one another.
Now, I know you're thinking in your head, no, we ain't to that level of transparency yet. Honey, I know you will be watching this. Unique couples, we ain't to that level of transparency. No, what I am saying to you is this. We need to get to a point where we share the responsibility in the marriage. We need to get to a point that we have an emergency fund in place that both of us have access to, that in the event something was to happen, we both can respond. Mm-hmm. I had a client, and this is no joke. We had the conversation on Monday, and by Wednesday, their spouse went to the hospital. Now, here's the interesting thing. On Monday, I made it extremely clear why both persons needed to be on that account. One was opposed to it, one was for it. The spouse went to the hospital, and the person who was not in the hospital was not on the account. It was not an account that was tied to a card. This was an account where either you had online banking or you had to physically go into the bank and withdraw the funds. The challenge was the person was not on the account, so they could not draw the funds, and this couple did not have online banking. This person needed to do surgery, and they couldn't do surgery, all because there was no down payment made. Now, I know this is kind of extreme, but I am just saying emergency funds, this is the start of making sure that there's a shared account. This is the start to ensure that in the event an emergency was to happen, keep in mind,
they do happen.
As long as you live,
when
you're going to have an emergency.
Yes.
It will start to create a safeguard. And because we're talking about marriages and married couples, it will cause you to have less money fights.
Yeah. That's true.
Once we know that, hey, there's an account, we could draw some money to deal with the emergency, all the money fights start to come to almost to a point where they cease from happening. So I can't stress it enough. Let me just recap it again. We're talking about direction.
Setting your goals.
And also
core values.
And the core values.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about budgeting and the family meetings. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we're talking about assembling your team of experts, not your team of failures. And then last but not least, we're talking about delayed gratification. Of course, we're also throwing in the bonus inside there in regards to the emergency fund.
Mm-hmm. Set aside funds for that emergency.
And I want to give my one more point. And this is no man. I gotta throw this last one in there. Can I please?
7 closings.
7, yes.
True Butler.
Listen to me. We're talking about married couples, right? Let's get everyone involved. What I mean by that, if you have kids, this should not only be a conversation between you and your spouse. Now, of course, you would want to tailor the conversation to the level of where your child is at.
They don't need to know every detail, but it's important to get them to have a level of understanding and appreciation from an early age that, okay, money doesn't grow on trees. Mommy and daddy have to go out there and work.
Yeah. And also, too, as they start to get older and start to mature, that they have some sense of what things cost as well. So if you're going in the grocery store, give them whatever money that is allotted for the grocery store, so that now as they put items inside the basket or inside the trolley and they start to deduct it, okay, this is how much mommy is going to spend, and they start deducting, they now start to see, oh, there is a real cost to living. One of the challenges that we're having here in our society is that many teens and young adults are absent-minded or detached from the cost of living here in our country. For those who are watching and you're from the Bahamas or from the Caribbean, you got to realize that we are ranked top 10 in the world in regards to one of the most expensive destinations to live in. And so, with that being said, you need to be mindful that if your child is not aware of how much it costs to live here within this country or any other country, for those who sending their child off to school for college or university, if that conversation and that foundation is not set, what happens is now that child become an adult dependent, meaning that even in their adult life, you have to support and sustain them. When in actuality, you should be working on the next generation, or you should be setting up the foundation for building wealth. Now, in your older age, you now have to take care of your adult children, all because the lack of preparation for experiencing and taking on responsibility. What in closing, I'll say this: personal finances comes down to one thing: personal responsibility. We may not know all of the information, but as long as you follow these steps, have a direction, know where you're going before you sit down with anyone else. Communicate with your spouse.
Yeah, definitely talk to your spouse about finances.
In the family meetings and the budgets. And then from there, you start to assemble your team of experts. After that, understand that this is not going to happen overnight. Delayed gratification. And from there, you switch over into ensuring that there is an emergency fund. And last but not least, let's get the kids, let's get the blended families, let's get the extended families, let's get as many persons who are a part of that household, who is connected to you, let's get them on board. Let's get them on board in regards to where we're going, how we're going to get there, and what type of culture and attitude and lifestyle we're going to live whilst we're there. Because I'm telling you, don't take broke people on the trip with you to wealth, because at the end of the day, they will be an anchor. They will be an anchor. Anything else you want to say, babes?
Yeah, I mean, I think you pretty much summed it all up. But just going to continue to stress, communicate.
Yes, it's in the communication of money where you discover that most people have not really. And remember now, I also want to put this out there too, babes. I also want to put this out there. When it comes down to money, because a lot of persons have never seen it being modeled inside their home.
Yeah, this is something new.
It is difficult to have those type of conversations. Yeah. All right. And for someone who watching this right now, and you know it's an easy conversation to talk about money, you don't even know where to start. The easiest, the best way to start: get a blank sheet of paper and write down some of your goals and write down some of your core values.
You have to start somewhere.
And that's the easiest conversation. It's not a conversation where one another is attacking anyone. It's just an idea of what we want our future to look like. And from there, slowly get into the conversation of the savings and the debt management and the different things that you need to get. And as you build your team of experts, and make sure you hang out with the unique couple and the unique couple community, because they's be dropping nuggets. They's be dropping some serious nuggets there. But one disclaimer though, when you join the unique couples, be ready to have a passionate marriage. Because these brothers now, they're very good at what they do. But I'm saying that at the end of the day, you be in a position where you can enjoy. Don't let money enslave you. Money is there for you to enjoy. Money is there for you to help the next generation. And more importantly, money is there for you to use as a resource to fund your purpose. Anything else?
No, that's us.
All. Just in time, my friend.
Love this conversation. I'm glad that you used the word passion. I just wrote that down to describe you guys. I love your passion. Both of you made talking about this money sound exciting. I don't experience this when people talk about money. When people talk about money, sometimes it always is, the doom and gloom, and both of you, I could hear it in you guys that you are passionate about not only making your marriage succeed and your marriage be extraordinary in finances, but you are impacting the lives of others. And that is important. You spoke about direction. Have the conversation. If you haven't had the conversation yet, know your core values. I love that. Because when you talk about core values and you relate it to money, it means you're standing on a foundation. So
Yes.
I wrote that down. I love that. Set goals. Budgeting and the family meetings. This is something when you talk about family meetings, we associate that to, you know, our regular persons don't talk about having those family meetings, but that is something I'm going to be starting to be intentional about. Have that, set it aside,
Mhm.
have those meetings, discuss assembling your team. And this is my takeaway. And you said it doesn't even have to be you are surrounded by experts. Sometimes these members are already in your circle. So assemble that team and make that team work for you, because we're already surrounded by these experts. Get that team and make it work for you. And you talked about delayed gratification. This is something I think you don't want to be delayed in gratification, but I think this is something that I have no choice, especially having so many little ones, right? But emergency fund. And shout out to Druber Solutions, because I was really a part of that. So shout out to you guys, and thank you for the impact that you're doing here in the Bahamas and global. Guys, this was a very good conversation. Like I said, very passionate about that, talking about money. Let's talk about money. Just like how they say, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about money, baby.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
guys did it. Short and sweet and to the point. So way to go, Ashley. And you hit all of those nuggets. You talk about unique couples dropping nuggets. Y'all dropped some nuggets. So let's show them some love. Let's give them those hearts in chat, and put in chat your takeaways. It was a good conversation, and we are going to put these things really into place. Remember, guys, those of you have a chance to win all day. Unique couples have been giving away things, and the things are free things. All right. I see you, Miss Riley, saying that they haven't chat delayed gratification. That's one of their takeaways. So please let us keep these nuggets. Conversations have been going on from morning. Marriage is a marathon, and today we are spending and celebrating time with unique couples on that platform with powerful couples. We just was in conversation with a very powerful financial couple, and this couple is one isn't stronger than the next. They're saying that they're doing this together and they're meeting their goals, and it's not only affecting their marriage but their family life, and they're impacting others all over the world. And this is important. This is where it starts. Have that conversation. We really love that. We're welcoming back on our platform Mr. and Mrs. Unique Couples themselves. Are they there? Are they there? Yes, indeed. And I see in the chat, boss moves, boss moves. This was indeed a
Yes,
great,
yes.
great,
Awesome,
great
awesome. Love it, love it.
conversation.
Hey, and it happened here. It happened here on Unique Couples, Nathaniel, and I'm stressing the and.
That's right.
Ashley Butler. This is the plus one. It was just so great to hear. Ashley talk and her perspective, because we know it was a team, effort, and you both work to make Druber Solutions possible. So it's great, having you both speak so passionately. Yes, I love that word for them too, Gia. So passionately about finances that, it just left you calm and like, this is something we could do, leaving couples feeling like this is something they can do. So let us know, let our viewing audience know how they can reach you, because you just dropped some nuggets and then they want to go now to, get the full complement of services and know exactly what they can do to change their financial outlook. So let them know how they can reach you.
Definitely. I would say first and foremost, go on our website, drubersolutions.com. That's drubersolutions.com. Or you can give us a call at 242-427-8025. That's 242-427-8025. And the last thing I want to share with you, our most exciting program. We're about to start it up again very soon. It's called The Community, where we go through a 9-week course with you and we bring in experts, guest experts who come in and they share. You could ask them as much questions as you want. I always tell persons who are part of the community, you ring them out. Ask everything. It's all free to you.
It's free.
It is free. And we want to help and empower you. And last but not least, if you haven't done it as yet, please do not walk away and have not signed up for the Unique Couples. I'm telling you, we are part of the community. We love the community. And trust me, by the end of the year, you should see the fruits.
Awesome.
Yes, I love it.
I love it. So we had a Unique Couples wedding today, and now we actually had a Unique Couples shower, right? Earlier, and so we'll be excited to add you guys to that. Congratulations. I'm telling you, the club is where it's at. Join us in the Unique Couples Marriage Club.
Yes.
Join us in the community. If you're not in the club yet and you're just a part of the community, you need to really get in the club. Take it up another level, another notch. Yes, we'll definitely be hearing more. We have to invite you in the club to speak, Nathaniel, as well. We'll have a little finance session for
Definitely.
our couples who are in the club. You're getting bonuses all around. And when we say bonus, it's like the next level. So we're all excited. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Nathaniel and Ashley.
Yes.
And like Nathaniel said, you want to be a part of the Juba Solutions community as well.
And definitely do that course.
He talked about that free course,
Mhm.
and you know what he said? Free, FREE. You want to make sure take time out to attend that course. It's an
Yes.
excellent course, excellent presentation. Like he said, they're going to be expert speakers. So you want to be a part of that 9-week program.
Yes, we did it, right? Yes, we did it. We were a part of it.
Yep.
And it is changing our life. It's changing our life, and we're taking it to the next level.
Yes,
we're taking that to the next level.
We learned a lot, and we all know that in life, you should be learning every day. So by attending that 9-week course, you will learn some things that you did not know. So you want to make sure attend that. And you heard Nathaniel talk about the marriage club. So you want to make sure join the Unique Couples Marriage Club. If you haven't joined it, the link is in the description. So you want to make sure be a part of the Unique Couples Marriage Club.
Yes, definitely. So your spa, we always want to leave with a spa. And my spa, I think this spa
is spouse supporting positive action.
Mm-hmm.
Spouse supporting positive action.
So this is gonna sound contrary to what Ashley and Nathaniel said, but it is right on point. You talked about delayed gratification. So for your spa, this is spa number 3. Yeah. So if you missed the other spas, go ahead and rewatch the videos that we had before. And extraordinary marriage in communication, extraordinary marriage in trust. Yes. Okay, so this is extraordinary marriage in finance. So your spa is say what you are delaying. You know, you talk about delayed gratification. Say what you are delaying and put a date to when you will actually achieve that particular goal. So,
okay,
if Vito has me delaying going to the nail salon, you know, cut back. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. Yeah. I'm with you with that.
Yeah. He needs to let me know.
Yeah. No, I and I'll say this. I know of there was this couple who came to me after a session. And the guy said to me, man, we've been following you. We've been to a couple of the events. And we're now, for the first time, well off. We're going to soon start the process of building a house. So I said to him, no problem. Let me talk to you over there. And, you know, let her continue walking around. Let me just talk to you over there. I pulled him aside. And I said, no, brother, let me explain how this works. Yeah, I understand all that stuff I said over there. But let me explain how this works. Because now this is a delayed process, you need to ensure that you put the date out there and you reinforce when you're going to reach that date. And if there is some roadblock or anything like that, be very intentional in regards to conveying that. Because if you don't, and that thing comes up, trust me, the peace you once had will not exist anymore. and it's not to say that, you know, your spouse is I sincerely believe that women are the greatest champion when a man has a vision and is moving in that direction. They're the greatest champion. They want to help. They want to assist. They will put a lot of energy. They put a lot of effort. They will assist to get that there. But if there is a roadblock and it is not clearly articulated, that it is understood that there's a roadblock, you are going to create problems for you down the road. So I do agree with that. Set the date, let it be known. Yeah. And as we get closer to the date, make sure communication is there so that we can hit that nail on the head when that date comes.
Ooh, definitely, definitely. Love it, love it, love it. So that is your spa. Make sure you go ahead and do that. And I love what you said at the beginning. You were talking about, sometimes we just think about starting with the budget, but it's actually about the goals and what your goals are. Values. Yeah. So I remember that conversation. That was like I think it was like a 3-hour conversation when we had that conversation. We were in the car. We were like traveling, driving all around Nathaniel when we first met you. And we had that conversation and it was like, oh my, like we never thought about it that way. Putting in those goals and dreams first so that you could know like vacation is important for us. So we want to travel, how many times a year, and we want to do that. So that's a part of what we have to do and what we do as a family. So we might cut back on some stuff or some things, or we might even cut back on, how expensive our trip is. But that is something core to, our unique family. So that's important. So we will put time in to make sure celebrating birthdays. Maybe we don't go as out as we want to go, but it is something that is a part of what we do as a couple. So I love leading with that, and that makes a big difference, especially for ladies. So men, make sure you know that. Yes, your wife needs to know, what is the goal? What is it? What is it we're working on? And,
have that date.
Yes.
Have that date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around that too.
Yeah. So we want to thank Nathaniel and Ashley again for taking time out of their schedule to be with us today on the Unique Couples Marriage Marathon, talking about extraordinary marriage and finances. So we are wrapping up now, and we are gonna look like we're gonna have like about a 7-minute break before we start our 1 p.m. session.
Oh yes.
And Linda and I, we will be leading out in that, and that's gonna be extraordinary marriage and intimacy and sex.
Oh, wow.
So you've already gotten the trust, you've already gotten communication, you've already gotten the finances. So now you're going to be getting intimacy and sex. So make sure you get your water.
Yes, get your fan.
Do whatever you have to do. Take a 5-minute break and be back here 1 p.m. for our next topic. So we're going to see you guys at 1 p.m. Love you guys.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.